We had our audience submit their hot takes about teen moms, and you can agree or disagree, and we'll just go into it. Sex after childbirth is different.
I feel like my mom's gonna watch this. I don't want to say anything.
Turn off this part. Once you have a baby, of course your body changes, and so I think that's what has like made it hard for me for a while. And then with a kid now, then it's like there's absolutely like no time to like even like connect physically.
Yeah.
It was not like how we were like crazy high schoolers.
And then you have a child to take care for in
Yeah.
the middle of the day, so the nighttime is really the only time, but then you guys are tired because you took care of the baby, work and stuff, life, so.
For me, sex just gained a whole new definition after I gave birth. So it was like, wow, this is a really bigger deal than I ever thought it was. Like as a teenager, sex is very, kind of like this ooh and lustful, weird zone, just sneaking around as a kid. And then after you have a child, it's like, whoa, I just did that just, like what? That just happened?
Spanking your child is okay.
Well, I feel like I'm on disagree instead of strongly disagree because I grew up with the belt, the sandal, all of those, methods, and I try so hard not to, but there are times where like I tap them or I smack their little hand, but I always try to apologize to them and look at them and tell them that I'm sorry, like I feel bad doing so, I'm sorry you were feeling that way. I really try to connect with them emotionally because I never got that.
I think there's so many like new methods of like communicating with your child, and like even like she's almost 3, but she's already shown that like through communication and talking with her that she's able to listen and change what she does.
I think it all boils down to what is your purpose in being a parent? Is it to make them do the right thing all the time, or is it to teach them? With fear-based parenting, yes, it's easier. It's quicker. They're gonna stop doing it because they're scared of you, or they're scared of the spank, or they're scared of the whatever negative punishment you're giving them. Discipline doesn't have to involve punishment all the time, especially physical punishment.
I feel like whenever it's something that needs immediate fixing, like your kid's about to do something very dangerous, it can be acceptable because you can't just sit down with them and have that talk with them in the middle of the road when they're about to run in. And I feel like in some situations it can be okay for me as a parent. I prefer not to do it at all. I don't do it. I don't want my daughter to be scared to be bad. I want her to be good because she wants to be good.
Dads contribute equally.
For me, I feel like my boyfriend and I have found like that perfect balance where we're both contributing 50-50. And I mean, it looks different for everyone, but since we don't live in the same household, that means him showing up at my house at 5 a.m. so he could jump in bed with my daughter. I jump out of bed so I could get ready for work. And then he goes to school, she goes to preschool. So like, I love how he has grown as a parent. When she was still a newborn baby, I was like, crap, he doesn't know what's going on. Like, I need to make sure I need to be there to like guide him through everything.
Whenever you're co-parenting, it's really hard to have it equally because for it to be equal, it would have to be 1 week on, 1 week off, which for younger kids, that's really hard. He is an amazing dad, but it's in no way really equal. And I feel like with co-parenting, that's always gonna be the case. Whoever has sole custody is always gonna be there more than the person without sole custody. And it is sad, but it's just how it is, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree with Maddie. I'm separated with my child's father, and it really is so hard. I grew up with parents who were separated, and we did the 1 week, and it was very difficult, and it became even more difficult when I did 1 year, 1 year.
It's hard to really talk about it without sounding like you're trying to keep your kid from their dad.
Yeah, I'm
because I want her to be around him. Like, things are good. It's just the court systems, and it really is a hassle having to work every single thing out.
I have been slut-shamed.
With my second child, she's a little redhead. And where I'm from, redheads, I think she's the only one I've seen so far, literally growing up. It's so weird because the first time I introduced her to social media and I was like, here's my baby, the first comment was, you cheated on your husband because she looks nothing like you guys. And I'm just like, DNA. I'm not gonna care for proving you wrong, because by that time, I feel like I was just tired. I'm tired of proving to people. I feel like that does nothing.
I have probably gotten at least 1,000 comments just calling me a whore, a slut, saying I need to die and go to hell because I got pregnant young. If you have sex and you're a teenager, people view that as okay, that's normal. But if you get pregnant, you're immediately a whore. Of course, I was very young. Don't get me wrong, but it's just really crazy how on social media, people are so bold and just, they don't hold back.
I'm jealous of my friends without children.
I feel like it's really hard to answer that in a way that's fair to the situation, because as a teenager, if you have a kid, like, you're living a completely different life than your friends are. I mean, the time, yes, the time you get to yourself to spend with your friends, to go out, that's something you could be jealous of. I'm not jealous of the people without kids, because my kid is my life.
Jealousy versus curiosity is very different. I am sometimes curious of what my life would be like without her, but I'm not jealous because I feel like I've grown so much that why would I want to go back, or why would I want to revert? Because as a parent, your mind is on a whole new level. That level has been so wonderful and abundant for me that I wouldn't want to go back.
I feel like jealousy isn't the right word,
Yeah.
almost.
I mean, sometimes you can burn with jealousy. Looking at someone living a life, you're like, man, I just wish that was me. That looks easier. But jealousy, I feel like, kind of robs you of your joy right now.
I'll be honest that there's so many times like throughout my life with my daughter that I've been like, oh, like I can't just like do normal things that I would have been able to had I not had my daughter. And I think it's always just like that fear of missing out. Sometimes I see my friends, they're living the college life, they're doing these amazing internships, they're traveling. But at the same time, I'm only on somewhat agree because I love being a parent, I love my daughter, and I'm very happy as a mother.
Yeah, personally, that's not my type of life. Like, I'm over here seeing their Snapchat stories, their Instagrams and everything, and I'm like, wow, they're having fun, but it's not like I'm not having fun at home. I love being with my kids and doing those little things, because one day they're gonna be our age and they're gonna be like, no, Mom, I don't wanna be with you.
Anytime I've tried to like go out and hang out with friends, the whole time I'd just be texting my mom, asking how Everly is. Like, it's not even fun when you're a parent.
Yes.
You're just worried the whole time.
Yeah.
It's better to be a young parent than an old parent.
I feel like I'm still at the age where I have that inner child still present. And I feel like it's still present enough to have the imagination to keep it going for who knows how long. So I would rather be this young with babies and older and kind of like go play by yourself, you know? That's kind of like the community I grew in.
This could be like really controversial, I don't know, but I feel like being young and having kids is better than being older and having them, because there are complications that run with that. You're not going to be able to watch your kids grow up as much.
The reason why I would say it's not better to be a young parent is because you're still like developing yourself. I mean, for me, it comes with like, you're still like unstable as a young parent, and so raising kids when you're not really stable yet in yourself is really difficult. I look at my parents who are now, because they adopted my sisters, who are in their 50s, they have loads of wisdom, are like extremely stable in their careers and stuff, and now they're able to raise my sisters. And like comparing myself with like how my parents are currently raising my sisters, that's why I would think that it's kind of easier to be a parent when you're older.
Whenever I think young parent, I don't think teen parent. Whenever we got pregnant as teen parents, that was the extreme young. But it's not really better to be a parent at either time. Like, it's always a good thing if you take it that way.
It's going to involve growth either way. If you're young or you're old, there's
If you don't have any kids,
Yeah, there's going to be pros and cons for sure.
Oh, are you okay?
Isn't she cute that she matches her mommy? Do you want to get the same haircut as me?
Here, put this back.
Should I get the same haircut as you and just miss a few chunks?
Do you see her purple hair?
Let's stay away from the light.
All right.